Let me make sure audio is capturing properly and everything like that. Can everybody hear me? Welcome to the stream. Today is part 5 of the No Summons playthrough. Goal is to get to the Catacombs today, so thank you for joining. We're going to see what we can do. All right. It's been a great week so far. Hopefully it continues to be that way. We're going to keep the push forward. Geo is already trying to interrupt, but we're going to keep this push going through Dark Souls 1. So last part or last play or last live, we were at the hold on. Gosh, it is so loud here. It just sounds like static. Wow. And I believe that's just the area. Yeah, I think it's just waterfall sounds and stuff, so it's just part of this area. Cool. So, a couple things have changed since. I have recently added a follow goal at the bottom, so you can know where I'm at follow wise. Swapping controllers because the other one was dying, and that would not be very fun trying to go through the catacombs watching your controller die. So, but yeah, that's the push for the day. Gonna get right into it. Everything's been good on my end. How's everybody else been doing? I was able to have a very blessed week. You know, you can never complain when you're spending time with family. So, a couple things that we may need to do before we go. I would kind of like to get the Silver Knight Straight Sword leveled up just a little bit. I have 40,000 souls currently, so why wouldn't I? I feel like it would be in my best interest to do so. But I'm gonna go down here, probably grab the first bonfire.
Hello. Was it you who rang the bell of awakening?
Don't mind the
I am
bots.
the
Sometimes they just
primordial
pop in
serpent,
and throw a message at me and then leave.
close friend of the
I do
great
have
Lord Wind,
mods set
chosen
up.
undead, who has rung the bell of I wish
That was
to
me.
elucidate your fate, and the very reason your kind have appeared. Chosen undead, your fate is to so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead. Now, let us take that vessel on a journey. I assume that you are ready. Now, be still.
Well, I don't want to be the one to say it, but he's awfully good at throwing stuff. And I'm, not the funny streamer, so typically I won't say stuff like that, but he's definitely got a throat on him.
This is the firelink now.
good to see some people are playing through Dark Souls for the first time, even in, you know, even in 2020. It's good to see that. It makes me feel good that that it's just something that's still a thing. So I just think that the best route would be going to the Catacombs to start. That's just my mindset. I feel like it's easier than, you know, beating like Seeds currently. Am I crazy for thinking that? Maybe, but that's just my, you know, that's my reasoning right now. So that's what we're gonna do. I got 40,000 souls on me. I kind of wanted to go level up first. It's taking a nap. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Stream quality is annoying me a little, but I believe that it is fine enough for now. So we're gonna run past most of these skeleton guys. Like I've said in the past, this is not one of those streams that's kind of like a get all items and do all things kind of playthrough. It's more of just a appreciation for the series, a remembrance, because it's a great series, and I think the more people that I can get the eyes on it, the better. And then I can also brand myself as a Souls player. So that's the current goal. We hit 300 subs on YouTube. We're actually a little over 300 now, so it is a blessing to be alive, and it seems like people are enjoying my content, so that makes me happy, and continue to enjoy it. If you're joining from YouTube again, if you're watching straight from the streams that I'm posting directly on YouTube, thank you again. But yeah, let's focus up on these catacombs, see how far we can get. Make sure we kill the actual, like, early death. Stream did seem to clear up quite a lot after everything, so that's good. Let's continue down the path of the catacombs. He woke up. Wow. Hello. How was your nap? Welcome, Geo. I guess Geo has entered the chat, everybody. I posted a video of Geo recently. He basically it was a very poorly done version of like the boss, like turning your pet into a boss. But people loved it, or they seemed to love it. That was actually terrifying. But people seem to love it. It got 4,000 views, my most viewed short yet. Is it sick that I have to use my dog for views? Yeah, it's good. It's fun. Sick in a good way. I would never argue about the opportunity to get to actually just spend time with you. Okay, so I know that he's not dead, but that gives me faith, knowing that I can at least knock the skeletons down. Because I was thinking, I'm like, I'm going to the catacombs, this is an awful idea, but maybe we won't be that far off. Maybe not that off. See, when they start ganking me, that's... completely fine. We're just trying to get some of the early stream jitters out. That's all. to... Oh, I know why I'm not risking that. It's because... Gosh, this stream is awfully jittery today. I don't know why that is. Yeah, I'm not sure why that is. I just noticed that it's pausing every now and then. My preview is off. I wonder if I have tabs open on my computer. Oof. I do not want to die to gravity right here. I got 40,000 souls on the line, by the way, so... Alright, we're gonna try getting our souls back. Try getting the bonfire down there. At least light it, and then I'll take a death. We prefer to avoid dying. But if it's something that has to happen, it's something that has to happen. We've been down here plenty of times. So. You know what? I just noticed that the reason why it seems like it's so easy right now here is because this is the spot where like, we got Pinwheel for minutes. And then down there with Nito, I believe the difficulty ramps up quite a lot. So. And then let me go check on these. Let me see how many actual tabs I have open on the computer. Just to be our OBS currently. So I think I've done everything possible to make sure that OBS is running possibly for this stream. So if it proceeds, then worst case scenario, I have to just stop stream and then try again. But I think it'll be fine. All right. So we're going to go back and the Silver Knight Straight Sword a couple more times, just to, you know, make sure that we have the best possibility to actually win or make progress today. We've already made a little progress, got the first bonfire in the Catacombs, so that's good. And I think it would be super beneficial if we actually... a lot of stutters. I don't want to be getting stutters. We are. I think this is one of the cases. Well, I don't know if the groceries are finished yet, so but anyway, I'm just going to clip those two clips together and run with it like that. I'm going to have to keep an eye on the stream to make sure that it's not stuttering and stuff anymore. I tried setting it to 60 frames at 720. So we're going to see if that fixes the problem or if the problem persists. But thank you to everybody joining, I guess. So glad I got this shortcut over here. I could just walk right up to him. I wish the giant guy would just get up and help me. Okay, how long does it take for me to get up? That is completely fine. all the way back to the Catacombs. But yeah, so let's get back to the actual streaming. I think that for the most part, the lagging and everything is fixed. So, yeah, I had a great day today. Like I said, um, we are we're doing really good streaming. We've hit 303 subs on YouTube, and we are making a push towards 500. We're gonna stop at 400 first, obviously, but we are gonna make that push towards 500. So, thank you to all the support so far, and yeah, just keep at it. You guys are fantastic. So we can always get into some hot takes while I continue to watch the stream and everything. Um, I made a short about how I think that the Dark Souls movie shouldn't be, not Dark Souls movie. The Dark Souls trilogy is supposedly getting remastered. It's a rumor, and obviously rumors can go any way. But if it's true, I think that it shouldn't be done. Dark Souls 1, people will say that it can use a refresh, and it really can. It would benefit greatly from looking better, but you have to fear at some point. Wow, I'm an idiot. I was just panic healing because my souls are in here, and this trip to Anne Orlando would have been all for nothing if I died without grabbing that bloodstain. So I wonder if we could just run them off. But yeah, the Dark Souls movie shouldn't be a thing, or the Dark Souls trilogy should not be remade, is the hot take for the day. Elden Ring movie shouldn't be made, but if anybody's going to do it right, I guess George R. R. Martin has proved in television that he is a master of television. Obviously, he's not doing all of the directing and all that, but he was the big guy in the Elden Ring story, supposedly. Of course, Miyazaki had something to do with it. And I think if you let me back up. George R. R. Martin and Miyazaki making Elden Ring, it's like a two-headed goat, in my opinion. Goats of storytelling. You have somebody that is great at passive storytelling, and then you get somebody who is very good at, like, writing a book. And it just causes fantastic story. So I think that the Elden Ring movie can be great. So we'll see what happens. I am cautiously optimistic, I would say. So where did it go? Is it a +5? Oh, it is. So it's maxed. Alright. So quick break. I gotta get these groceries inside, and then we will continue, okay? Give me just a few minutes. grabbed the Fig Newton while I was bringing the groceries inside. Geo, stop. And Geo appears to want my Fig Newton. So, underrated snack, by the way. One that you don't actually see a lot of anymore. I remember eating a lot of these like when I was much younger, but now that I'm older, it's like you don't hear kids talking about Fig Newtons. You know, they're too busy talking about like donuts and cupcakes and stuff. Like we never left. So I was under the impression that the lady actually drops the lantern. I'll take an unintentional backstab, but and I'll take an intentional backstab. A lot of skeletons. So this is our first time ordering groceries through the Walmart app, and you know, we like sausage, okay? And I ordered what I thought was a 6-pack of sausage. Turns out it was a 12-pack. So, and we're just gonna have a whole lot of sausage in the fridge, which I love them. They're really good. We get the, I don't know what brand it is, but we get the mild Italian sausages. You know, slap some mustard on them, slap some ketchup. If that's blasphemy, I'm sorry, but they're so good. And they bring them right to your doorstep. Call me lazy if you want, but doing DoorDash for the first time, like, not DoorDash, but doing Walmart, ordering through Walmart for the first time, and then bringing it up my 3 flights of stairs to my apartment is just like, oh my gosh. It feels like a burden has been lifted. So I was worried about being underleveled for this area, which I still may be, because right after this, we're going to go directly into Nito, and that could, you know, that could prove to be very difficult, but we'll see. I gotta mention, Nito has got to be one of the best bosses in the base game. He may not be that difficult, but he sure is intimidating. That's another thing that Dark Souls does really well, because I've been talking about what the game does really well recently. Boss design, they've always just, you know, they always deliver. So, gotta give them some props there. I don't remember my way around the catacombs very well. A A lot of directions I could go. And this is just back where I came from. Oh yeah. Oh god. Don't go that direction. And that it just doesn't sound very fun or engaging. So, I'm gonna have to cut some of that out. There we go. One thing that I would say Dark Souls, maybe it adds to the charm, maybe it adds to the grimness of the game, but it is a dark game. Like, at times it is just hard to see things. And I believe it's done intentional so they can hide stuff. Because not a lot of times you look at Dark Souls and you're like, wow, this is a beautiful game, you know. It's not about the beauty. It's very simple, and I think they have just perfected the formula. So why is Dark Souls better than just other games that try to do the same thing? I believe that in order to answer that question, you would just have to know what you're comparing it to, first of all, because there's so many different. There's a lot of different genres, and then there's a lot of different styles of game. So comparing Dark Souls to Call of Duty, you know, we may not get very far, but maybe comparing Dark Souls to other RPGs, I think, you know, having the freedom to kind of build your own character and make you have decisions, but they come more at the end of the game. And granted, I saw Patches over there. He's not fooling me. Yeah, you can make decisions. They're all at the end of the game, but I think Dark Souls just, the combat doesn't try to do too much either, and that's something that we gotta give it browning. We gotta give it points for, you know. I am gonna pop a humanity here. They heal you in this game? Okay, I thought I was. For some reason I thought I had killed the monk. Is that what they're called? The little pyromancy guys in this area, but all good. Just gonna run right back. And it'll be a shorter run this time because we found the lever. Now the area coming up. So I mentioned darkness, but the area coming up, I don't think darkness is the right way to describe it. It is so dark that you can't see. You literally can't see. So you kind of just have to run around like a wild man. I know there's a little helmet that you can wear to give you the ability to see, but who has time to go grab that, you know what I mean? Honestly, this is a beautiful area too. I mean, just look at that waterfall. And I'm sure you could find that waterfall in the game. and it'll lead right back here to the catacombs. So that was not a good dodge, but it got the job done. Wow, the combos. I have to drink some Estus after that. He hit me like 4 times. I don't want you guys to miss anything. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna bounce back to the editing conversation. I'm gonna make sure that I start editing stuff, because it's just, I know it could be a pain to watch a 3-hour and 30-minute video, and it's like, wow, half of this video is just him running around doing nothing or dying over and over again. Some people, if you just want to see the boss fights, then I'll show you the boss fights, you know? Because I'll just find a way to put the actual tags where it says, it's going to say like such and such boss fight or such and such boss fight. I know this trick. I don't know if it's necessary that you go down there or not, but oh, you just go down there anyway. Nice. There's got to be some sort of good items here, right? I'm going to try being the realest possible, and I'll admit, I do not, like in my previous runs of Dark Souls, I was not that guy getting every item. I was going through the area and going about my business, because getting every item in this game has got to be a headache, and I know there's people that's done it, like probably every playthrough that they've done. They're like, oh, let me find this item, or let me do this. This is scary. I'm gonna stop locking on. I made a mistake. They all die in one hit, so we're not fine. But somehow we're continuously making progress, so that's good. If you want to know what the sound is, that's my wife. She's putting some groceries up, so forgive me. I am working on getting a better mic, one that'll actually... ¿Qué ve? Bueno, amor, nosotros no fuimos a Walmart a agarrar nosotros mismas, so... She was talking about how green the mangoes came out. Tiene que dejar en un espacio espera, amor. I don't know if you guys have ever heard like a Dark Souls playthrough. In like Spanish, but maybe I'll do it for you. Alma oscuro, or whatever you say. We can hit that up maybe. I am not, I'm not Hispanic, but I do speak a little Spanish. Speak a little Spanish. Alright, let's run down here. That item can't be that good, but I'm risking my life for it. This has got to be a trap. I saw a message at the beginning. Oh, this is, there's a bonfire over here now. Okay, cool. So what do I do if they continuously revive themselves? Huh. Okay, his bones do actually just go back, which is hilarious. I'm gonna bring him this way, and then just smack him. And then run back. Wow, it's brighter now. Nice. Where did my souls go? Oh man, you guys are probably so mad. Sorry if my voice is a little monotone. Doing the...
Good day. You look reasonably sane.
Good day. You look reasonably sane. What are you doing in the Catacombs? Are you a cleric or something? No, no.
No? Well, that's strange. Oh, I know what it is. You've come for the trinkets. Well, this place is Oh, well.
I mean, there's just no point. I was considering just killing him. You know, not dealing with the headache, but I don't see myself going to get the items that he blocks me off from anyway. My last playthrough of this game? Oh, I'm an idiot. Why did I come down here? Parried? Wow. I should kill her, to be honest. See if I get the lantern. I don't... Yeah, I mean, I should. Because I still haven't had one drop. And that's just going to be such a headache. Okay, it brought me back here to the beginning. That's not flipped yet? Alright, we're gonna try getting back to that. No homeward bone. Okay. We're gonna commit the cardinal sin. Just run past everybody. That was just to run back to the bonfire anyway. The goal was to roll onto that platform and see where that would take me, but that failed. So, I mean, we're closer anyway. Thanks, Patches. Yeah, but we're running a little low on fumes today. Please do not. I don't know if he Honestly, I've never dealt with him because I was kind of spoiled on the games. So I automatically just killed him. I don't know if he, you know, like, gets you pushed off or something like that. Okay, it seems like he doesn't, so that's good. Where is she? Oh, I remember where she was. She was the other way. Well, damn. That's terrifying. Did you see how he just ran out of the dark? I think there's a blacksmith down here, but I don't care. Oh gosh, she didn't drop it. What's this way? I mean, there's something. It's just, there's no way this is the right path. What about this side? Nothing. Okay, cool. I'm not dealing with you guys right now. You know what? Yeah, I know. Yell at me. I don't care. Alright, we're gonna try getting to meet Pinwheel this time. Make a sprint to Pinwheel. Good attempt. Good attempt. The goal was just to jump over there, if you didn't notice. Baby, where's Geo? Geo! Okay. He was just hanging out. He's not interrupting the stream as much as he was previously. But he's still my little dude. There we go. I think this is the right way. There we go. That is so dark. I really don't want to jump in. What other choice do I have, you know? They're not falling that far. Nice. I saw it, I was like, oh god. That's not what you want to see. At least I got the souls, I guess. Wow. We're actually getting pretty close to the boss room. I saw the little spinny guys down there. I don't expect us to lose. But I thought there was a easier path. Can you just jump down there? No, that's gotta be like Dark Souls speed run tactics, you know, 101, and I am not that guy, I'll tell you that. They're like, oh, you say you're not that guy for a lot of things. What kind of guy are you? I'm not necessarily sure. I haven't figured that out yet. But we are getting there. I don't necessarily need to go anywhere to grab any item. This is a quick route to... Oh, he's here regardless? Hell nah. Okay. I see them. This is like the hardest thing ever, is dodging these guys. Which, how easy are they to kill? They just stun lock you, that's the main thing. Looked like Mad Max for a second, I was dodging them. What am I doing? Can we talk about Dark Souls 2 for a second? Dark Souls 2 is the black sheep of the trilogy, and my personal belief is that, yes, it seems at first like they should have just stuck closer to what they knew with Dark Souls 1. All the stuff they learned, they should have just stuck closer to it. But after playing it again, I learned that Dark Souls 2 is also a masterpiece. It, in my opinion, Dark Souls 2 is right up there with 1, 3, you know, because just because it's different doesn't mean that we should say it's bad, because at the end of the day we got to remember who's making it, you know. So I know that he wasn't, you know, he kind of, I think he was hands off with Dark Souls 2 a little more than the rest, but still, it's a great video game, so we gotta keep that in mind. All right, let's do it. I always let the cutscenes play out. He's just one of the bros, one of the guys in the lab that's just putting in that work. I want you, brother. Okay. Do not let me be the only Souls streamer, YouTuber that dies to Pinwheel. Please. I thought you were the real one. GG's. Thank you. Mask of the Mother. What does the Mask of the Mother do again? Slightly raising HP. Okay. I mean, I'll take it for sure. I think it's probably the worst out of all the masks, but yeah, that's fine. I was like, isn't there a ladder out of this place? So I don't know if you noticed, but I got no lantern. And wow. Um, I don't see this being possible without a lantern. That run back is nasty, by the way. There was no bonfire? Ugh. I don't know if there's a guaranteed lantern anywhere, but he just comes out of nowhere, doesn't he? Awesome. Sick. Alright, so we made it back. I don't know about not having a lantern. That's the main thing. This is awful. My apologies. Geo decided that he wanted to snatch my microphone off of the desk. So okay, that's why. Patches? No. Wait. Where he kicks you down, there's a lantern.
What? You
I'm pretty
again?
sure.
Well, you've been a stranger. All right. There's a fine stash. I found it in any case.
Wow, thanks, Patches. I know he kicks you down, but I think where he kicks you down, there's a lantern.
This is what I do, my friends. The trinkets I'll be stripping off your corpse, that's the real treasure.
Bro. That is ball knowledge 101 right there. Okay, cool. Did he kick you down here too?
Good, please be careful. They were once brave. Who would let heavens? Yes. You're no hollow. Please be careful.
Well, quite frankly, I'm not here to deal with their problems or your problem. These guys will kick my tail. I'll just tell you that. We're going to attempt our way back to the bonfire. Well, I guess we'll speed run our way to the bonfire. Into Volka's Nasamor. Forgive me, Gio was he was, well, causing problems, so had to take dos. Yeah, so the only reason that I knew this skull lantern was down there, if Patches kicked you down, is because my friend actually did the same thing. Like, I think his game glitched, because I was under the impression that every one of the, like, pyromancy ladies are supposed to drop one. And wow. I got Kobe'd. That's crazy. I do still think to this day my first stream was probably the most bold, because in the first stream we went for both bells, and that's probably what ended up messing up my leveling and everything, is just because we ignored so much stuff at the beginning just to get both of the bells, you know. But we're probably gonna kill Neo today. Nito, not Neo, Nito. I'm getting kind of confident in my ability to navigate this area, but gosh, I do not want to do it again. Okay. we're gonna run through and actually beat Nito this time. Put the Skull Lantern on our hip for now. Going back through Dark Souls 1 again, it's just made me really want to play the other ones as well. But I promised Sekiro next, so I know it's kind of weird going from Dark Souls 1 to Sekiro, then to Dark Souls 2, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a... Here's how my game rotation is going to work for the stream. We're going to do a main Souls game, and then we're going to do one of the spin-offs, or I don't like using the terminology Souls-like for FromSoft, but Souls-like games next. So, such as Dark Souls 1, Sekiro, Dark Souls 2, maybe Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring probably. So, that's what we're going to do. So stick around. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content so far. I gave Gio his toy at the beginning of this recording to try content farming a little. I'm trying to get him to like squeak it and everything. I know that it's... You guys aren't mad. I was gonna say, I know that it's like a little scummy, but you guys don't care. Y'all love Gio. I thought that was Patches in Artorias armor. So if this is the run back, this has got to be the nastiest run back I've ever seen. Hey Patches, it's crazy, but I'm not gonna kill. Oh, these guys? Bro. These guys will wreck your life, bro. And I fall right on one. Oh god. No, don't go down. That was real fear. There's a ladder right here? That's crazy. Nice. I only have 5 flasks. That's awful. Okay. See, and I also thought there was a bonfire this way. Swamp. Oh, yeah. Wow. It's beautiful. Because I genuinely thought... Did y'all see that? Dude, I almost just stepped off. But, yeah, I swore there was a bonfire. Those guys have never, like, actually posed a threat until, recently, where the one killed me down there when Patches kicked me out. That was the only time ever that I was like, dang, these guys are actually scary. I'm sure there's a lore reason, but seeing Pendle down here directly after the boss fight is just like, you know, I kind of shrug my shoulders like, did we have to just use a boss directly after the boss fight? And also, it could just be because we're Pendle, realize we're too under level for this area and come back later thing. But this is a small gripe, because I can't just talk positively about the game. Also, you gotta talk negatively. Alright, we are here. This hurts, but let the cutscene play out. Like I said, he is so intimidating. Sends his goons directly after you. Just don't go in the back of the boss room. I don't have the audio cues that I usually do. Oh yeah, we can do this. Wow. We could do this thing in really fast. I thought the AoE... I didn't think the AoE went that far, but... Nasty run back, by the way. Nasty. FromSoft was like, yeah, we're gonna get them with this. Hey, Patches. I'm just, you know, I feel like I'm gonna forgive people now. It's not your fault, Patches. You're just misunderstood. Well, that's another death. Let's continue this run back. This has got to be probably the worst area in the game. I would rather spend a lifetime in Blighttown. Hey, Patches. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, you kicked me off. I forgive you. I didn't need those. There's probably not... Yeah, there's no souls. I'll just go down right here and then hug this wall. Ugh. See, I thought I fell. I know you heard that fear. That was genuine. I bet you FromSoft put some like fantastic items down here and you just miss them because you always just run by them. Well, me personally. Crystal Lizard. Wow. I love crystal lizards. Thank you. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Okay. Somebody's back there playing Black Ops 7. Love that. I hate that I had to use a Estus flask. Nito's not that hard either. Last time I said that about a boss, I was at the boss for a long time, but he's actually not that hard. There's just a couple rules you have to follow. You have to remember that crowd control is important. Don't go in the back of the room. That's where he has the goons, so you kind of have to control it. These guys are doing the same attack together. I don't have audio cues, by the way. The mic I'm using is just like my headset and my iPhone, so no audio coming out of my iPhone or my headset. Come here, Nito. Come here, Oh, y'all just continuously get back up. That's nice. And I was trying to dodge. I saw it happening. I'm not getting grabbed, sir. Alright. So we're going to have to no-hit Neo. We have only been hit by the skeleton up to this point. That's craziness. I'm dead. Toxic got me. I can't believe Nate is watching right now and he's just not saying anything. He's just like a little lurk. He's just lurking right now. He's like, I want to watch him suffer. Hey, Patches. No tiene miedo, está bien. I'm just glad that we set a realistic goal today to actually get through the catacombs and also beat Nito, because last stream, or the stream before that, I don't know if the goal was unrealistic, but we played for a good little while and we definitely did not get our goal. I think it was just to beat Ornstein and Smo, but Ornstein and Smo, we're not going to talk about that, because there was definitely some things that we could improve on in that boss fight. And obviously, clearly Nito is one of that we can also improve on. I was just praying there was going to be a bonfire down here. Why wouldn't they have it? Look at the baby skeletons. I love the baby skeletons. They're just so cute. Oh god. And now we got to drink another one. This is going fantastic, by the way. Off rip though is crazy. No audio cues, by the way. Oh, it's coming again. I just gotta bring him this way because I know he's got the goons back there, and I don't want to be jumped. Come on, Nito. Let's get out of here. Okay, I think this is comfortable. Oof. 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 Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna kindle this bonfire. because I seem to be using a couple flasks before the boss fight. I might even kindle it twice. I don't know. Hold on. There we go. I mean, if I have the resources and I'm not summoning anybody anyway, why wouldn't I use them? And then one more time if it gives me the opportunity. 20 flask is just ridiculous, and I see why Dark Souls 2 and 3 went to a different system. 20 flask in any Dark Souls game is just like a lot. It just allows for more mistakes. So, like those, you know, how many times have I ran by here and not gotten hit by that guy? And then the moment I get more flask, I'm like, hey, la 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 la, you know, and then I'll just drink two, and it's like it never happened. Oh God. I think I went the wrong way. This is awful. This item's probably fantastic, I'd assume. Nice. Sir, you can go die, quite frankly. How about that? I wanted to die. Misjudgment on my part. So I wanted to spark a discussion. If you haven't played Dark Souls, why haven't you? What's holding you back from playing Dark Souls? Is it the difficulty? Is it the fact that it's an old game? Just let me know, because I think that everybody should play Dark Souls. And if it's the difficulty holding you back, there are tools that the game gives you that will allow it to be easier. And also, you shouldn't be scared of a challenge. If it's the age holding you back, these games do hold up surprisingly well. Granted, the graphics are not the strong suit of Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3. I would say 3 is beautiful, but you know, at the end of the day, it's still a 10-year-old game. But if it's, you know, quality of game that you're looking for, then Dark Souls, any of them, you know, will hold up to your standards, I'm sure. Honestly, I thought he was going to get me. $18 flasks this time. We should be able to beat Nito, as long as we don't continuously get ganked by skeletons, which is going to happen regardless, but... I am the least leveled up I've ever been at this point in a Dark Souls game, I believe. Because this is probably the quarter point of the story, I would say. Because after this, you have 2 areas left. And then you're done, right? You know, if you're not doing extra stuff. DLC, not including DLC. DLC is going to get done as well. I might crash out, I don't know. Who knows? And I'm going to trademark the saying that I always do, which is, you're going to die, it's just Dark Souls, you know. It's a part of it. But this run back is awful. And then ever since I got the flask, I haven't been able to make it back to the boss. Oh god, where am I? I just know if there's a message, then I shouldn't die if I fall off. So do you think the darkness in this area was to account for, like, not finishing it or something? They were just like, let's just make an area with a whole bunch of holes and we won't have to texture it because they won't be seeing it anyway, you know? Is that what they were doing? Or was it because this is just what they wanted to do? I was watching chat. My bad. Gosh, I did not mean to fall down here. Alright, we have 17 flask and a dream. 16 flask and a dream. Oh, right off rip. Yep. Okay. 15 flask and a dream. Nito takes so long to get up here. Just like... so nice it did it a few times. Thanks, Nito. We appreciate that. It's just rushing. I'm just rushing, that's all. Yep, just rushing. Knowing that I have a goal and trying to meet that goal, but this time, promise to give you my best. No rushing. Gosh, they hit hard. And I could absolutely be making this run back like awful. But this is the attempt. This is one where we beat them. In the next playthrough, we're going to beat Sith. And then we're going to kill the 4 kings. Or maybe we should kill the 4 kings first. I'll decide. But before then. There we go. Wait for the fireballs to pass. That platform, okay, that's fine. We'll go down this way. Hook back up here. Okay, he didn't do it right off the rip this time. He's actually getting way further before he's doing anything, so I love that. Good RNG. Oh shit. Here comes the AoE. I thought it was still going to hit me, to be honest. Okay. And it did still hit me. You see how far I was running for? Or how long? I'd rather get hit by it than deal with the big ones. I was actually drinking, anticipating getting hit, so that's good. And that's the big one too. Don't joke me, please. Okay, nice. Gravelord Nito goes down. Alright, let's rest at the bonfire, and we have come to that point.